Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Is that still fine?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're breaking in and out.
I know, I think it was Pat's, but anyways, so if you need to pop out really quick and grab something that you've been working on to show off for show and tell, go do that now, just in case. Doesn't look like Corinne's going to be joining us. So we will just have our regular show and tell evening. It was the same presentation as before. So in fact, I can get that link and then you guys can, if anybody didn't join us, then you can go.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
was
I'll
actually
go back
really
and
good.
see that one.
It was fun. She had a lot
I
of
would-
stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it again, but if you've
I
got the link, I can
know.
watch it again.
Yeah, I know.
She had some really cute
guest
things.
interviews and chat. And she was going to do a second, what do you call it? Discount code, because the other one expired, but I don't know. We haven't heard back from her, so that's why. But I just put in the comments the link to the video, so you can go watch that later. She has some adorable quilts for sure.
Very
She
cute.
definitely finding her own style. And so yeah, so if everybody wants to check that out. So this evening will be all show and tell and updates and news. So Elizabeth, since I'm recording everything, you don't have to stay. You don't want to unless you want to share show and tell.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
trying to,
But
I'm like, I know,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna pop out. I don't really have anything on hand to show right now, so.
Linda as well. Okay.
I do.
Oh, awesome. I'm excited. Okay, so for me, I still have to work on my bedroom. I've not got that updated or unpacked. So I've just been doing other things. Oh, and then we were gone all last week. So that's why. That's my good excuse of being lazy. So, because I was talking to my mom today and she's like, what have you been sewing? And I'm like, nothing. I've been sewing nothing. So there you go. That's what it is.
Jackie, did you
Yes.
quilt the mystery quilt?
No. No.
Oh,
I still have the top, but I don't have it quilted. I don't know that I will for a while. I got to learn how to quilt it on my standard machine, which this one's new, not the one that I did all my quilting on was a Janome. And so this one's a Juki. It's a straight stitch. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah.
missing your long arm, huh?
Yeah, I don't have it. I haven't found a place either. So, but I haven't been actively looking for it either.
Maybe you need a she shed.
I know, I don't, that would be great. It sounds wonderful, but there isn't a spot on the property to put it. That's the problem.
Is not, or there is.
There's no place. No.
And just
'Cause it's
think
like-
of the things would happen in your house while you weren't in it. And then when you came back in, it would be, and you'd never go back to your
I'm
shed.
like, what if I
Trust
just,
me.
I know, I
Yeah.
think there's room in the dining room behind you. You know, just
See,
take the
I'm
table
kinda
and chairs
thinking.
out. You don't need this.
well, and I've
heavy.
got the table that can go 8, 12, or what's the longest?
10.
Anyways, yeah, it could go 8, 10, or 12. So I could push it down to an 8-foot. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Maybe. Yeah. So that's my update, which is not an update and just torturous. Oh, while we're on that subject, does anybody have any questions about the mystery quilt?
I don't know if I have enough material.
So the beauty of that, Kathy, is that it's
Scraps.
yeah. So whenever you find it low, you just grab more.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and
As
like,
long as you
because your
guys-
background can definitely be scraps. And then
Okay.
the one color can be whatever you have the most of. And it doesn't have to be the same fabric. So that mine was scrappy too. So I kind of like did a blue gray tone for my main color. And then everything else in the center of the blocks is wild. So it's wild. And then you've got your main color with a decent background. And so it calms it all down, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah. I see a new face of Carol with red glasses. Super cute. Welcome. Is this your first time meeting us? You're on mute. You're on
She's
mute.
afraid.
You have to unmute. You have to unmute yourself. Tap your face. Hit the mic. It's so weird. Like tap your face. Oh, there
yes,
you
there
are.
I am.
Hello.
Hi.
So glad
Yes.
you're here. Welcome. And where are you from?
I am from far western Illinois, right along the Mississippi River.
Oh, I've
And
been to the Mississippi River.
yes, it's lovely. It's lovely.
It's beautiful.
My other passion besides quilting, I do have another one, and it's paddling, canoeing, mostly canoeing, kayaking. So yeah, and
Really?
done a lot.
That's
of
interesting because usually it's in the textile department. Like I quilt and then I crochet, but this one's totally like an indoor, outdoor.
Outdoor.
But
Yeah.
I crochet too. So
We're gonna have to understand, like a quilter that goes outside. Why?
yeah, I know. And then
Other
when
than to
I
hang the quilts up and show them, you actually walk out
Right.
the door.
Other than
Yeah.
display, what are you doing? Yeah, no, that's awesome.
and when I tell my canoeing friends that I quilt, they're like, "You do what?"
And then we're like, you paddle, and we do what?
Yeah,
I know. I know.
I love it.
I'm
Yes.
all over the place.
Well, welcome. I'm excited. So we were
Thanks.
going to have the guest interview tonight, but she's not here. So it's just going to be our regular show and tell evening. So if you want to
Oh
grab
my
something to show off, that would be fine. It does not have to be finished. We finish things in here, but we're not required to have it finished to show it.
So do you want me to jump in, Becky, and show?
Oh yeah, go Amber.
Okay. This is can everybody see it?
Yeah.
Cute.
Okay, it's a Halloween trick or treat bag. We have a new child in the neighborhood who's disabled, and I was like, oh, thanks. But the problem is that you can't see it. Is that in my embroidery? If you see the moon, you see the little cut on the top. That's actually the bottom of the witch that's supposed to be in the moon.
Oh.
He's embroidered on top. Didn't work, but that's okay. But this is what I've been working on.
Is it a waxing or a waning moon?
Yeah.
One of those.
We're not going to repeat what my children have called it. So, but this is what I'm going to put out this year. This is my embroidery. Can you guys see this? It's a
Oh,
table
yeah.
runner, but it
Oh,
has
fun.
several different panels. I designed and
Oh,
embroidered out
cute.
the panels. I'm not sure if everybody can see that. on the
Uh-huh.
map. And then it's kind of long, so I wanted to show all the panels because they're all different. And I made
Are they embroidered, Amber?
they
or
are.
what?
They are embroidered.
Oh.
They're all done on my machine. I've been working on this for about a year.
Wow.
I started about November of last year in design.
Well, congratulations for being so close to the finish line. It's fun.
No, it's finished. It's finished. It's not
Oh, it's finished.
done.
That's
It's finished.
Well
I just-
done.
I spent a couple of months embroidering, and then I did it as it's a table runner
It's
and
cute.
stuff. So
Very cool.
that's my big thing.
Yay for you. That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
And the trees that you guys said that you liked on the quilt that I was working on, I did get the quilt done, by the way. Came out of these. I cut them out of this. These were the designs of the trees I put on that other quilt with the thing. So this is where I got the trees from.
Oh, that is pretty. Yeah, that's fun.
That's-
Something
And
tells
you're
me that
30
one.
days early. Congratulations.
I know. Isn't that amazing? So I'm working on Christmas and hoping to get that done 30 days early. By the way, we're less than 100 days to Christmas. So
I think you can. I think you can.
don't tell
I
anybody.
did these
I don't-
backwards.
Yes, yes. I see another new face. I'm going to pop over. Annie, I see you. If you want to touch your face and hit the mic to unmute yourself and say hello, introduce yourself. There you are.
Hi, I'm Annie Beckett, and I live in Los Angeles. And this is my first Zoom with you
Hi,
guys.
welcome.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
We were
Good to
going to
be
have
here.
Yes, I'm so excited. We were going to have a guest interview, but I put a link in the chat. You guys can watch that afterwards. It was my previous one. She's not going to make it tonight. So we are having our show and tell evening. So if you want to grab something to show off, you may, or just look at
Yes,
everybody
I've got it.
else's. Oh, okay. Let's go, Annie. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna reverse the camera here.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm in my bedroom and I've got several quilts. These are two I've made in the last couple years, I guess. And this one, I was moving. Whoops, I lost everybody. What happened?
We're
No,
here.
Oh, you're still there.
Oh, Kathy's, I had a blank on Kathy's screen. I don't know why. Anyway, this was, I was moving from our house and I had a big studio there up on the coast of Northern California. And I couldn't stand that I wasn't quilting. So I just took a bunch of fabrics that I had that I loved. And I just put them together in strips and squares, sort of kind of randomly. And just to show off the fabric. And so by the time I had moved, oops, I'm sorry, I'm covering the camera. I had a new quilt.
Cool. That's cute.
Pretty.
One.
Yeah.
And then these are gifts. This one was for my my son-in-law, who was actually a son to us. He and my daughter fell in love when they were 14. They were in an they married 11 years later. They were in an awful accident and she was killed. And then he died this year, which was shocking. But I had made him a quilt for his 17th birthday and he took it to sea with him. He was a first mate on big ships. And he took it all over the world and it fell apart. So he said, Mom, I need a new quilt. So this was this Moda. Yeah, it's this wonderful made of, old tattoo art, sailor tattoo art. And then these squares are this woman named Dora Carey. She has orange.quilts.com.
Oh, yes.
Do you know her? I met her at a show here before COVID. And she figured out a sort of a novel way of making one block wonder quilt, a variation. And that's what the quilts are. They are variations of that center panel. And this
that's fun.
he was going to be remarried, and we loved his fiance very much. And she, to her great surprise, became pregnant. They canceled their wedding. And he died 2 days after what would have been their wedding. And she was pregnant. And then she lost the baby.
Oh,
I know. So these quilts are for her. Both these quilts will be for her. And she knows that they're coming.
That's a lot to go through, Annie.
We had
That's a
lost two
lot.
others too. So it's just
Been quite a year. Yeah.
accident. Well, that was before we had two other children as well. So we've had an absurd. But I got back to quilting after 6 years of not just having the creative energy. So I'm here and I'm really happy to be doing it.
Yeah, that's exciting. I
Awesome.
mean, even though it's like, I find it, I've done a couple quilts like with people's clothes and stuff, or I have an aunt who makes a lot and
Like
then she gives them to
memorial?
me and I quilt them. Yes. And
Nice.
it's so healing. It's so
It
healing.
is.
So it's like,
It is.
we use our quilting to give gifts, but then it heals ourselves as well. So I'm so
It
glad.
really, really does. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
it.
I'm
And what
excited to see what else you've got going. Gosh, you got a lot.
I've always got about 10 things going. Is anybody else like that?
oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
We're all in
Yeah.
denial.
Yeah. We all have big long Pinocchio noses now.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm
Well,
glad
the
to
thing
hear
about it is, we are supposed to actually finish something.
Yeah.
It says Amber who did and early. So we don't
Yes,
count your
That's
comment.
good.
You guys can't see me. I don't have a light in my face.
I
It might
move my
be though.
desk too and it's dumb. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
Oh, Kathy, yes, and then I see Carol again. Yes.
Yeah.
So sorry, I was having laptop troubles and I was on my tablet and then my laptop started working. So
Oh,
I don't have anything to show you, but I wanted to share something with you. I learned today. I met a lady and I had mentioned that I quilt and she showed me on her phone. First, she said she had this quilt that was her grandmother's and it needed restoration. And I panicked because I thought she was going to ask me if I would do that. But no, what she said was that she had a quilt that was the grandmother's flower garden pattern that her mother's mother made and that her mother had on her bed all these years, and her mother passed away. So she found this quilt and she took it apart and because she couldn't find anyone to restore it, so she took the flowers and she put them on a board that was covered with fabric, and then she put like 3 flowers on the board and she gave those to all the grandchildren. Instead
Oh,
of throwing the
nice.
quilts away. It was so cool. And so now they each have something from their great-great-grandma that she made.
That's
And
really
awesome.
nice.
yeah, it was
Isn't
just really
that
touching.
wonderful?
Yeah, it was just so touching. And I said, thank you for sharing that. And, it was a complete stranger that I was talking to, but, it was just so, that was
Welcome to
such a-
Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you because sometimes people, they find these quilts and then they don't know what to do and they end up at Goodwill,
Yeah.
and
So,
somebody else
yeah.
finds them and loves them, but they don't know the story.
Right.
But I think Kathy, that just shares, like, we'll talk to anybody that has a listening ear about quilting. So it's like,
Yes.
oh yeah, tell me your story.
Exactly. And that's the other thing is she wrote the story about the grandmother on the back. She put it on the back of the board and she
Good
enclosed.
job.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've seen them where they've done that before and then they framed them, and those are a lot of fun. But I like the board idea with the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a long time and a lot of effort. And I don't think people who don't quilt, because it's so readily to get a blanket now, you can go to Kmart or
Right.
Walmart or something. And these things are mass produced. They're not very nice and they're not very good quilts. And
Then to take
When
it
you get
apart
one-
to give it away. It's like
Mhm.
that even in itself is a lot of time.
yeah, I
Right.
can't imagine how long she sat there with a seam ripper and a bright light going, trying
Right.
desperately and so carefully not to ruin
Right,
this
so
material.
gentle.
Because if it's
And-
been on the bed for how many times has it been washed? I mean,
Right.
how long has it been out? How worn out is this material?
So, and then what is in that she didn't get angry at it and tear it to pieces, because
Right.
the seam ripper
Patience,
is
what do you
never
know?
the thing that we want to do. So it's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, that's awesome, Kathy. Thank you.
Mhm.
Just really
Yeah.
quick, I get to work with a group that's restoring quilts at the Pioneer Valley, or not Pioneer Valley, Women of the what is it? I just lost it.
Daughters
Top
of
Pioneers.
Daughters of the Woods.
Pioneers.
Yes. I'm going,
Duh.
I've been able to go in and work on some of the older quilts. I mean, 150-year-old quilts
Oh,
for
my.
restoration and stuff like that. It's been a lot of fun.
They have a building down the street from me. I should go see if it's never open. I don't think it's ever open. I don't know. Anyways, yeah,
Daughter.
yeah. The Dups, and they have one down the
That
street.
place.
Yeah, from 1896, probably same time my house. Yeah. Carol, I saw your hand up earlier. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me see if I can flip this around. Okay, there it is. Okay, so similarly to, I'm sorry, I didn't catch her
Kathy.
name.
Yes,
Kathy.
Kathy.
So these are Dresden plates that my friend's aunt, everything is hand stitched and there's just a pile of them. So I made one quilt already for her. And then she took a bunch of these that were already on. I mean, they're on this like very flimsy muslin, not even muslin. I mean, it's like old sheets. And she is putting them in frames for all of her sisters and nieces, and she's going to be giving those to them. So kind of similarly, and then so there's a whole pile of them that aren't even put onto backgrounds. So I'm gonna get those a little crazy, and I just found I'm gonna take a class with this woman, Candy something, through our guild that reimagines Dresden quilts, and just kind of like they're like exploding fireworks kind of. So
fun.
that's in the works. But so the other things that are, hey, you might remember my
Oh,
moths.
Oh my gosh, your moths.
Yes,
Oh my
I got it quilted. I need to bury the threads in the knots.
Is it
Oh,
quilting
wow.
yourself, Carol?
And
That's
bind it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I have this wonderful, gorgeous machine over here now.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, fun.
My Bernie, my big
Yeah.
Bernie, my Q20.
Yeah.
And then, so now this quilt is a friend of ours that just passed away recently, and her husband, we bought her other Bernina from him, and we meaning my friend and I, we have joint custody of another Bernina.
Right.
I love it.
She likes the embroidery stuff, and I like it for quilting. But she had pieced this quilt, and she had it all ready for quilting. And so I have started, it's hard to see, but I'm starting with like a flower pattern on, it's pretty,
Fun.
Oh, yeah, I
on
can see
the
it.
flowers. It's
Uh-huh.
hard to see. So I'm starting to quilt that for her husband.
Oh, that's
He's kind-
fun.
He's kind of making shrines around the house now to Diana. It's a little scary, but he loved her so much.
They go through that. So yes.
And then we've got the nebula coming together.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
That is beautiful. Are you so pleased with it?
Oh my God, I love that's going on my bed.
Yes.
Beautiful.
My bed.
I love that you
So-
want to use it too, Carol. That's awesome.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, it's so, and I've got all the
The pieces.
finishing pieces, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got a whole basket full of those that I'm starting to piece now, and lots of pieces to finish.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it's so gorgeous. I mean, God,
You're going to miss it when it comes off your wall.
I know,
Oh,
I
I
know.
know.
Like that's a lot of pressure to find something else that could replace that beauty.
And that's a big ass wall, and I don't know how I'm gonna fit the rest of it
I know.
piece by piece. Oh my
No,
God.
every
Fit
time
it
I take-
halfway. Yeah.
Every time I clean off my design wall, my room just seems so naked.
Oh, yeah. So,
You're
and
like
with
it's so bland. Where's all the color? Yeah.
Tula fabrics, I mean, it's color explosion. So
Oh, it's
God, I
beautiful.
love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm working on the finishing now.
Well done.
So those are just a couple of things.
Just a few. Just a few. Right.
know.
All right.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
Oh, she's a quilter because we all have what? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quilts in the work.
Yeah, we're just
Oh,
not going to
God.
count. It's okay.
You
There's so
know,
many more. There's many more. Many more.
No.
that's not the ones that I've got written out in a book on what I want to do and the materials
Right.
go into a box.
Exactly.
Do
That's
them, you know.
stepped out. Yeah. All right. Who else has show and tell they want to share? Oh, Lucy, I see. Yes.
So this is just a backing on my design wall. And it's for, I did Pat Sloan's Block Wednesday called Summer Soiree.
Yes.
So that's the top.
They're big blocks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they finish at 12 inches.
Wow.
And then a border.
Oh, I look how bright it is.
That's
And
nice.
so I used a fat quarter bundle for the blocks and the sashings around the blocks and the cornerstones. So I took everything that was left and I just started sewing it all together.
I love it.
Made
I've
a bunch-
started to recently do that because I'm just like, I end up with baggies of leftover fabric. I'm like,
Yeah, I
this is
just
so
had- I just
dumb.
had so much left over.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be, so that makes 4 quilts I'm taking to the long arm quilt shop on Saturday.
Wow.
I finished, one's a small charity quilt. I was gonna quilt it myself, but it came out bigger than I expected, so
Bigger
I don't-
than you
I
want to
don't-
wrestle
yeah,
on the
I'm just
machine.
gonna-
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let them do it. I could rent the machine and do it myself, but
Oh, Annie
Um,
has her hand raised. Yes,
Yeah,
Annie.
Becky, could I ask Lucy, what is a long arm quilt shop? I don't know about
oh,
that.
I'm sorry, it's, I take it to the long armor. She's at our local quilt shop.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
But then I'm thinking,
There's
what
like
a
a
dream,
shop.
Annie. That's such a good idea.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
a, it's,
I know.
it's a local, yeah, it's a
do it.
local quilt shop and they have long arm service there. And
Okay.
I went through classes, so I can take, sometimes I rent their machine when
Hourly or whatever.
when the regular employee is off.
I
But
see.
she's only off on Mondays, so it's not always the best day for me to go.
Yeah.
We have a local shop that's what they do. They rent out two machines. They have 3 actually, but and so that's how I learned to do long arming. And then I bought the Q20.
And I
and I'm
bought
like,
my own because you didn't
haven't
want to
done
share it
that.
anymore. Yep. Yes.
And
but
then,
no, I learned a lot. So
then I did this table runner. I actually
cute.
made this last year,
Cute.
but at our library, I teach classes at the library, and so we made mug rugs.
How did
last
the
week.
class go? Did it go well?
Oh yeah, it was fun. So I've got 2 little mug rugs
Cute.
that match.
That's
love
big
it.
mugs.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
have to have
it's
room
just
for your
lots of
cookies.
snacks, Carol.
Yeah,
It's
you have to have room for
okay.
your cookies on the side.
Mug and snack rugs. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole box.
Oh,
If they're
okay.
chocolate, I'll do it.
Yes, Becky, yes.
Oh, and yeah, I'm just, working on a bunch of stuff. I've got I'm doing Meadow Mist Designs, Cheryl
Brinkerhoff,
Brinkley.
Brinkley, yes.
Brinkley,
Berkeley.
Berkeley.
Meadow Mist Designs.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
think
doing
it's
Shannon
yeah.
Brinkley?
Anyway, she's doing a mystery.
No.
And so just started that one.
Oh, fun.
And then I have a and it's free too, if anyone
Is it?
wants
I'm
to.
just looking it up because I
Yeah,
haven't
wants
looked.
to
I
join me.
always
It's
want to.
called Macaroon Mystery.
Oh, mystery quilt-alongs. Yeah, okay.
And
What is it?
The macaroon mystery quilt.
Macaroon.
I'll post a link in the comments because I just found it. So I don't want to. Okay, there we go. You love it so far? How far into it is it?
Just the first, well, we cut fabrics
Okay.
in August and the first clue in September. So not that far along so far.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
it's
Somebody
October
explain
7th.
to me
Yeah.
how a mystery quilt works, because I was interested in it from the IAQ.
You don't know what it is. We just tell you to gather your fabrics and then depending on what the schedule is, ours is every day a new step comes out that's revealed. So then every day you do something and the next day you do something. And then by the end, you have the top done, but the reveal never happens until the end.
Oh,
Becky,
Yes, Vicky.
I thought you released the whole thing.
Yeah.
I
it looked like-
know. Did you peek?
Yes.
Jody sent me an email and she's like, the whole thing is up. And I'm like, oh, you better hurry and use it to your advantage because I got it
I love
closed
it
down.
And I forgot what it looks like.
So you know
Me too.
me.
I peeked too, and I now I've forgotten.
Yeah, I forgot that.
It's Cabin Under the Stars. And so, yes, there you go. That's what it
Oh, I
was.
missed it. I
So
missed
there
it.
was
Well,
a major reveal. And if you missed it, I'm sorry, you still have to
a
wait.
major
Didn't-
blooper review.
Oops, reveal.
If you did
Um,
see it, use it to your advantage. I'm
Oh.
sure. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
hilarious. I'm like, what?
Well,
I was
also,
wondering. I was
yeah,
like, where's the
Cheryl-
mystery?
Cheryl
Yeah.
will let you do she calls it a sneak peek if you want to, it just shows the layout, it does show the pattern. If you want.
Without the coloring or like a black and
Um,
white or what?
No, I think it does, so
did.
she'll publish it in her coloring scheme.
Oh, mhm.
But I think, and I've done, this is the third one I've done of hers, I think, third one, fourth one. And the
She's
last
gained your
year and this
trust.
year, last year and this year, I did do the sneak peek because it helps me pick fabrics.
Yeah. Yeah. This one being like scraps, it's pretty safe.
Yeah.
It's very safe. Yeah. 'Cause
But I
what
will
holds it
say with-
together is the solid.
Yeah,
cover,
but I will say with Cheryl's, the tips that
Peaking.
or the fabric requirements will give you, advice or help on selecting fabrics.
Yeah.
Like, these two colors should contrast, these, A and B should contrast, or, background 2 needs to contrast with A, B, and C. And
No, that's a good idea. Yeah.
she'll help out that way.
I didn't do that this time, but
You
it's
kind of
not-
did, Becky.
It's not necessarily necessary. So that's
Yeah, with
kind of why-
Scrappy, I usually, with Scrappy,
Yeah.
I don't pick out my fabrics until we start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be a
I'm
lot of
not-
fun.
You kind of did, Becky, though. You
I'm
put some
hoping
colors
it's
up
not.
there.
Yeah. Well, so anyways.
what colors?
Exactly. Cindy missed the early reveal bloop.
Oh.
I missed it.
And
too.
if anybody needed it, it was me.
I forget what it
Really?
looks like now. I forget.
Yeah, I'll just say it's
Joyful
Cabin Under the
collaborate.
Stars is
Yes,
is the
because-
pattern name, and that will help you.
Well,
I
have
forgot.
my
did
guess
have-
is because it says under the stars, I feel like it's going to be some sort of log cabin type.
Under the stars.
Would be
Oh.
nighttime.
Star blocks.
Star blocks. Yeah,
Full
but that would be
reveal
under
coming
the
October
stars.
15th. Bum, bum. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
Vicky.
there's Becky.
Well, I just did Pat's booze and bats, or bats and booze.
That's
That was
amazing.
adorable.
Yeah, and it was well, I'll show it to you. It was
Okay, Joyce.
it was a mystery, and it's the first mystery I've done. And I have to be honest, after I started it, I was sorry I didn't wait for all the parts to be revealed, because then I wasn't sure I liked the fabrics that I did.
You would have chosen differently, maybe.
Yeah, I would have probably done it differently, but now that it's finished,
Oh.
Oh,
I like
cute.
it.
cool.
Can you see it? I'm never sure.
Yes. So well
Move
done.
it around a little
Joyce.
bit.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
back
back up a little
awesome.
bit. Back away
Back
from
up
the
a
camera a
little.
little.
Oh, back up a little bit. Okay, let me move my chair. Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
That's
Aw.
better. Yeah. Oh no, that looks really good. That's better
And
than
And what
the
size
one-
are those blocks?
What size are they?
Well,
They're this big. Let me measure.
I bet they're 12. I bet they're 12.
12.
They are, yeah, they're 12.
I love that bat.
But I might have done, I would have placed fabrics differently if I would have known what it looked like altogether. But now that it's together, I'm happy with it, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does.
That's gorgeous.
And so
Congratulations
Cindy-
for finishing the top.
Yes, and Cindy is the one who moved me to get it done during
Oh.
OPC.
Yes.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
love the borders.
I'm her next door neighbor. I had a whip.
So I was kind of stagnant, and today I worked on the quilt that I have on my long arm. And that quilt it's about 4 inches from being finished, but it is that quilt that everything goes wrong on.
Oh, no.
And
Mm.
I've had it mostly quilted on a different machine, and then the machine just went crazy, and I ended up unpicking the whole thing, and now I've re-quilted it, but just everything has
Wow.
gone wrong with it. I'm not necessarily happy with the way I did it, but who said done is better than
Finished,
perfect?
finished is better than perfect.
Yeah, so I'm going with that, and tomorrow I'm hoping things will go better with it, and I'll finish the last 4 inches so that I can actually get the bat one quilted.
The one
before-
you're happy with on.
Yes.
Yes.
And then for OPC, I had 1 pumpkin block. And so I took it and
Oh,
down. And so I made just a little tabletop with it
Oh, that's so cute.
Very cute.
because I had never done anything with it, and kind of, well, I started it last Halloween. I made the 1 pumpkin, and that was as far as I got. So I did get that finished. So thank you, Cindy, for cheering me on.
I think you got a medal too, didn't you? You got a ribbon of
Yes.
some sort?
Ooh.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
she got a award.
yes.
Yes.
But
I was
honestly, I was still struggling that week. I just was not getting much done. I did get a lot of cleaning, and I got a bag to get ready to charity. And you know how you avoid things, but you do other stuff.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of spent a lot of time doing
What
that.
it's procrastina work? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's like you're
Yeah.
procrastinating,
I like
but you'll
that.
work on something else.
I like
Procrasticlean.
that.
And I mean, now I feel
Yeah.
like I'm back in my groove again. So
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
so good. Yeah, so good.
Oh, and
Oh,
Parents'
Cindy's
Choices
holding up her
Award.
Choices Award. Yes, Cindy.
Do I have to
Aw.
go back? Wait.
Oh, cute.
You're the
think
best buddy ever.
Yes. Outstanding achievement.
Oh,
And
Thank
well deserved, Joyce, after your story.
Yes.
Well
These are
yes,
what
deserved.
I give
thank
my
you.
Sunday school kids.
oh my gosh.
You
I love
sat in
it.
the chair.
Well, everybody likes a little pat on the back.
Yes.
I'm
Won't
tearing,
complain.
well, I'm tearing this wall down. I have shelves on this wall, and all that
Yes.
mess is going away.
Oh,
And
What are you gonna put there
So-
instead?
I'm gonna put my design wall in here instead of outside the room on the way up to the attic.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I would have like this much more room.
yeah.
Right, because the shelves wouldn't be there and you could use a design wall. Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Joyce, I'll mail this to you.
Okay, thanks. I'll
I
hang it up in my room
love it.
Okay.
next
Yeah,
to my
where-
wall hanging that you made.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it'll be,
I got
it's
one
gonna
more
start being my Cindy wall.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
I got
Lucy
yours
has
still
her
up
sugar
too.
skull up. Is that what
Oh
it's called?
my
A
God.
sugar skull?
Yep, sugar skull.
oh.
Our,
Oh,
the San Antonio Modern Quilt Guilds, we did a little workshop a couple weeks ago.
Gorgeous.
It's
All
just all
kind of
raw edge.
applique?
It's just
Yeah.
raw edge applique.
Oh,
And
wow.
I still have to
Wow.
quilt it, but
Beautiful.
it was fun.
That is fun.
And everybody's came out so different, you know, they're all really unique and cute.
That's amazing. Yeah. What happens?
That is cool.
Who else has show and tell? We've got Patty, Delene, Cindy, Vicky.
I don't have anything this time. I'm just watching.
You're just watching. That's me. I'm just watching. I feel bad. I'm like, I got to get sewing on something. This is ridiculous. But anyways,
I
my
have a
excuse
few.
can only last for so long. What is that, Patty?
I still got my eyes for my excuse.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I have a few, but I had one of those
Pat, I see
I-
you. After Patty, we'll go to you, Pat. So Patty, go.
Okay. This is a one that I finished. It's a table topper. I don't know if you can, how well you can see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Ooh, wow.
I love that fabric.
And it was
Those
some
work out so
fabric
quick.
that someone had given me. I don't remember who. And I thought that would be a good like Thanksgiving kind of table topper.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So I quilted it myself, and all I did was just make straight lines, although they're not very straight, but they work, good enough.
Abstract.
I'm using it as a hostess gift when we go to Thanksgiving dinner to our friends.
I love the abstract idea, Cindy. Perfect. So Patty, when they say you're quilting and you're just like, oh, it's an abstract quilt design.
Oh,
Improv.
I know, that's why I do wavy lines.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna try that too, and I thought, well, they're already wavy. I'm not gonna even try. to make them.
Abstract, Patty, abstract.
Love it.
So
Abstract.
and then I got this, I tried to quilt another table runner and I didn't like how it was coming out. So I left it in my machine for about 2 or 3 days. I didn't touch it. So I had a smaller machine, that the computerized machine. And so I was doing some sewing on that. And I thought, I need to make Christmas, but I don't want to make big things, you know, it takes too long. And then I'll be doing it Christmas Eve, you know, trying to get everything done. So, and last year I didn't get everything done, so I don't want to go through that again. So I made some, what do you call these?
Mug rugs or coasters.
Coasters.
Coasters, yes. So
Oh,
I
those are
found
cute.
it online, and I did the applique on, actually I did these on my straight stitch machine. This was before I tried to quilt my other table topper. And so I made two sets.
Those are so cute.
You know, and I know that some of my kids like them, you know, and they make good.
You can have like 5 on your table. I think I've got 3 right here.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what
Never
I do.
too
I
many.
have like one over here.
One for
you
the
know,
water,
there.
one for the Coke, one for the smoothie, whatever.
Then
Yeah.
One for the margarita.
Oh, Carol.
Hey, I'm with you, Carol. I could do with 1 or 2 of those. Anyway, so then I said, okay, I'm going to make some small mug rugs and make them kind of manly if possible, because I don't know what to make, you know.
I love
So
the fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was more manly.
And fussy cut. That's
so
that's
cute.
so.
Yeah,
We can't
that's
say
what I
cute
said.
because that's we say handsome. That's so handsome.
Yeah. So I did a couple of those out of the same fabrics. And one I did with the black thread around it, which I kind of like better than the white.
Just adds more interest a little bit.
Yeah, and the white kind of, I don't know.
You can
Yeah.
always go back on top of it if you felt adventurous.
Yeah, no, I'd have white, black everywhere. I
Oh.
couldn't. It's not that easy to sew on the same stitches. I've been.
Oh,
trying.
you know what? You know what I
Don't
heard
you use a
somebody
black Sharpie
did?
on it?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
did,
Sharpie.
My Sharpies. I've been looking all over the place for them and I cannot find them. I'll probably have to buy more and then they'll show up.
Yep.
And then I found this in some of my blocks that were not
Oh, I
finished.
like those.
Yeah, I think it came
Cute.
from, whoops, I got a thread
It
here.
came from something because I recognize them.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
one of yours, I think.
Yeah. It was leftover or something, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Something on the sea, or I can't remember, but anyway, it is one of yours, I believe. And it was a paper piece one. So I did it in random color. Well, it was through Fat Quarters.
Yeah.
A small bundle. And I thought, well, that's kind of pretty. So that takes care of those 2 little things.
Oh yeah,
there.
that's fabulous idea.
And then I decided I want to learn I have a scanning cut, which I've had for several years. I've also had a brother embroidery machine for several years. I haven't really learned how to use them properly. So I was following Becky Thompson at Power Tools Thread, and she was showing how to use the scan and cut. And I didn't think about it, but it was a 2-part series, and she gave us a flower, like it was from a coloring book, and made it into a applique thing.
But did you learn the machine?
Yeah, to learn the to scan it into the scan and cut, to cut out the fabrics, that kind of thing. And also then the second part she adds to the what's the other program?
Silhouette or Cricut or
Embrilliance Essentials.
Oh,
So that you
Embrilliance.
can make it into an applique embroidery.
Oh, so you can do the embroidery along the edge.
Yeah, well, this one I did with my sewing machine because it was too big for my, I didn't take account for the size. It has a much larger frame to put it in. Well, I can't think. One of these anyway. And it was too big. So then I said, all right, I will make another one. But I wanted to use this one up, so I'll just give it as a gift to somebody.
That's adorable.
A what?
It's cute. It's way cute. It turned out really good.
Yes. Thank you. And I think that's about it for
And
now.
learning a new machine is big. I mean, when it's been sitting there for that long, haunting you. So congratulations for taking the step and jumping in.
I tried once when I first got it, and it just wasn't working. And I said, okay, putting it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I get frustrated, and then it's like, I don't want to go near it.
Now you have to repeat it a couple times. So this is good that the first one was kind of the wrong size or whatever, because you can do it again and then repeat the process so you can learn it even better. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing, starting to do today. And for some reason, it's taking me forever just to remember everything that she said.
Yes. Yeah.
And
well,
trying to write it down.
Write it down.
Yeah. You know, I try to do that too, but some things just get left out.
Yes.
Record yourself on your phone, like when you're talking or something like that. When I was teaching my classes, that's what a lot of people do. I'd encourage them to bring a pencil and paper, record what we're talking about and stuff like that, because then after you've done it 2 or 3 times,
you can watch it
with
replay.
Talking or with you. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That. Thank you.
Well, Miss Pat K, I see you holding something and you're going to unmute yourself, right? There you are. Okay, you have to talk.
Pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
Sweet. And this is a kit that's been sitting there forever. And after the OTC, I was trying to finish up stuff, and I thought, I need to do something different. And so in one day, I finished the top.
That's adorable.
Wow, that
And
is.
Congratulations for finishing it. Yes.
Yes.
It needs to be backed, but
so close.
Yes. And I don't remember if I showed this or not.
We'll look at it again.
Oh, pretty.
Ooh.
I love the colors.
Oh, I do too.
That's a kind of a fun pattern with the larger block and the smaller block.
It's one of the 3-yard quilts.
Oh, yes, from the book that you got? Yes.
Oh.
Can I ask, how big does the overall turn out for the 3-yard quilt?
It's this is lap size.
Oh, okay.
Like 65 something.
Mm.
And then if you wanted to, you could add borders to it to make it larger, but they do, yeah.
But she also has in the books, if you wanted to make it like a twin size or a queen, she has how many
adjustments or whatever.
Right, how many blocks you need to make.
Oh, that's fun.
I took 3 quilts to the long armor and got them back, so I have
Wow, Pat.
bindings to do.
You have bindings. Yes,
yes.
you do. Is this a jelly roll race one?
Yes.
Oh, that turned out beautiful. Your
Yeah.
fabric is beautiful.
The back is
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Mm,
batiks.
All batiks. Yes, of course.
beautiful.
Mm.
Cindy, do you see that? The
I
other
see
batik.
it. I love it. It's gorgeous.
You've been busy, Pat. Wow, Z. Well, I guess off to the quilter. She's been busy. Now they're back. You were busy and now she was busy and they're back. Oh, this one I do remember. This one was beautiful as well. The block was so fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I love this one.
oh,
Oh, I
wow.
like
That's
it.
so cool.
And,
And that's done with the jelly roll too, correct, Pat?
She has to talk.
this is a light blue print on the back.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like it in the light.
Oh, pretty.
It is pretty.
But that's a
very
jelly
pretty.
roll too, quilt, Pat? Yeah.
Yes. The white is just background
Mhm.
that we cut, but it looks like it's jelly roll.
Oh, so that one you
You
trim
can buy
down
a
to the 2.5.
white jelly roll.
Yeah.
This one is supposed to be Yellow Brick Road,
Oh.
but
Why do you say supposed to?
as I miscut, so a number of the blocks are not Yellow Brick Road.
Oh, which the beauty of it is they just disappear into their own pattern. So it doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
can't see it.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
wow,
Kathy
that's
has her hand
big.
raised. Yeah.
And that
That's
was
the best thing about quilting. Nobody knows unless you tell them.
Right.
Right.
a charity quote, so
That's big for a charity, Pat.
Yeah. that's
Wow,
nice.
you are generous. That's awesome.
beautiful.
Somebody's gonna love it. So do you have your binding picked out?
this one, the binding's gonna be the same. The print jelly roll is going to be, hopefully it reaches around. Didn't measure it, but I butted the leftover fabric end to end. So it's gonna be a scrappy.
Yeah. Oh, I love those. Those are fun. But my only grudge with those is always on the corner, there seems to be a seam. It's like, why?
Always.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Oh my God, yes.
The anger. Yeah.
And this one, another
Ooh,
roll.
Oh.
so cute.
This
I
one
Right.
I
like
did
that.
myself.
Are you
You're quilting
hand-
it yourself?
Yes,
Oh
Ooh,
my gosh.
nice
that's
and
cool.
bright.
Machine quilting or hand quilting, Pat?
machine.
Okay. Still, that's so big and wonderful. Is it solids or is it batiks?
It's grunge.
Grunge,
Oh, it's
yeah.
grunge. Yes.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
love grunge.
And I have, the back is a swirly purple and blue.
mm.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I think the binding's going to be a purple.
Do you know what kind of quilting you're going to do on that one, Pat?
Well, what I'm doing is using the decorative stitch on my machine.
Oh.
Mm.
And so I've done down here, the where the forced patches are.
Uh-huh.
And then I've been going every other row.
Wow. Ooh,
This
I
is,
can't wait to see it. That's going to be fun.
this is for my niece.
Oh my gosh, how
Oh.
cute.
like that. So
Yes.
bright. Love it.
Jealous. Yeah.
It's a, I think Via Rosa pattern.
Mm, mhm.
I
Just
love
the
it.
words.
Yeah. Well, Pat, that's a lot. Do you have anything else?
Like,
I don't want to cut you off if you got a good run.
I am going to a timber bell 2-day workshop
Oh,
tomorrow.
are you? Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, how fun.
Wow.
It's a Halloween one
Is it in person?
Oh, fun.
in person.
Oh, have fun.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes. Have
You'll
fun.
have to report and show off next time what you made or learned.
Well, and this
Work
last
boots.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we went on a bus trip, the first one, and we went up to Michigan. And I bought one piece of fabric.
That's
Oh.
impressive. That's
Yeah.
some pretty impressive restraint.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Woo-hoo.
If you saw my room, you know why.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
we
know.
know. Oh, we
I
know.
know.
I'm sure it looks just like mine.
Me too.
Soon to be Cindy's hallway.
So, Becky, do you recognize this pattern?
Oh, I do. Oh my gosh.
Cool.
That one uses the curved ruler for the
Yeah, I just-
mini QCR.
Yeah, I just got it back from the quilter. I have to
Oh,
do the binding.
I like it.
That turned out adorable, Lucy.
Oh,
Can
wow.
you see the quilting on it? It's so cute.
Oh my God. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
What do you
That
call it?
really
Like a
adds
maze,
to
but
it.
not. Yeah.
Ah,
It's kind of like a, well, not really a meander. They're almost like blocks, but they're long.
It's
and
like
skinny.
it's like a squirrel, but it's square. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it turned out perfect. That pattern is still up. Round under the QCR mini
Oh,
curl
look at her back.
ruler.
And I always
And if you look at it again, it has rounded corners. It's not sharp corners.
No,
Yeah, the
no, you
pattern-
use that.
Soft.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
QCR.
It's
yeah.
Yeah,
those
so the
curved-
ruler's really
curved
easy
rulers.
because you don't have to.
It's very
Well,
forgiving.
There's some corners you have to match up, but on these
There's nothing.
you don't have to match it to the corner.
Mm.
You just have
And
to.
I
they
could see
match
that. I
easily.
could see that quilt having, what do you call it? Yeah, the soft corner edges instead
Love
of the
it.
hard corners. That's what you're, a scalloped corner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I
the
love
quilt-
it, Lucy. So glad you shared.
Yeah.
Mm. Nice.
so
Kathy, I see your hand up. Oh, what's that?
a lady in our neighborhood just got a long arm, and so I took her some.
So you're like, I've got a lot of practice pieces.
Yeah, I took her three small quilts to do. This was one of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Kathy, I see your hand. And then anybody else that has show and tell, mark your hand up so I know.
Yes. Since the OPC, I finished 3 quilts that are ready for the long armor. I just am waiting to have the back material is coming. So I got
Oh,
that done. And then I've been working on our homestead one. I think I figured out my problem with the block.
Okay.
I think I finally did. We'll see. But I also was really far behind on another block of the month I'm doing from American Patchworking Quilting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And if you remember at the beginning of the homestead, I said, I'm gonna learn triangles. That's my goal. So I've been working on them. And I'm
Oh my
not
gosh,
scared of them
awesome.
anymore. Yeah, but this is one of the last ones that I don't know if I can do it here.
Oh,
I don't
like-
have a place to set my phone today, but
Well, it's our, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty.
yeah. So I got that one done.
That's
and
beautiful.
Maybe if I go like this, can you see it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
love those
Oh,
fabrics.
pretty.
I really like the colors on that one. And then there's
Gorgeous.
another one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this one too, but I haven't started.
You know, I've really liked it and I've learned a lot doing it, but I was so far behind. I'm still one block behind.
Oh, that's not bad though, Kathy. That's not bad. That's
Yeah,
doable.
done a lot. But the other thing, since everybody was showing all their things, well, I've known about it off and on, but I came across it against. My mom had made a ton of these, and I have
Oh, Dresden's, yes.
several Dresdens, and I mean they're already hand fixed on the, turned over.
Oh my
and everything.
So you just have to find a background for them.
I do,
my
and I think
gosh.
I'm going to take your guys' idea with the ones that are. I think, can you see? There's several. Yeah, so I'm going to take those maybe and make some things for the different grandkids.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were talking about, but I have a ton of these little cute butterflies that I'm not sure what all to do. I mean, they are beautiful little old fabrics.
Fun.
And very plain, very, very plain. And you can see by the material, it's old material,
Vintage.
Yes.
Definitely.
Are the edges are already turned over?
They're already turned over. Isn't that
Wow.
amazing?
The hard part's done.
Yes,
Yeah.
'cause I'm terrible at that.
Oh my
But my
gosh.
mom was such a patient lady. She really was. And I laugh because the bag they were in, and I know it won't mean anything to you guys, but it's a bread bag. My mom grew up in the
Yeah.
Depressions.
Yeah,
So
you
she
saved
washed all her
everything.
bread bags.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Wow.
And that store isn't even working anymore. I mean, it's been gone a long time. So that's been really cool. It's been just a fun couple months to be down here sewing. The OPC really got me going. It was fun this time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to see what those turn out to be. And like, if anybody has any ideas, drop them in the group, because I think I've
Yes.
seen some butterfly blocks and quilts. And Nancy, good evening, Nancy. So glad you came. Good night.
I
Yeah.
don't know where I saw it, but somebody took Dresden's and made a flower garden out of it, like put their Dresden's
Yep.
wherever they wanted and then added stems.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And then that would need butterflies.
Yeah.
Yes. So line the butterflies up.
You
so
know,
they
like just
become
where
their
they
own
made
flower.
a picture.
Welcome, Joni. Yes.
Awesome idea.
You
They
can play
made a
around with
picture
that.
instead of, doing let's go in a straight line.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh,
So you
that
could
is
use
beautiful.
hers and add some of your own. And they just made a picture.
Yes.
When I saw that, that's what got me to wanting to do Dresden plate. I haven't done it yet, but that's
Well,
what.
and these are different sizes, some of them.
Ooh.
You
Well,
could
even better.
Good. Yeah.
So you could have
you
some
could
fun with that.
applique it on a big piece of fabric and put stems and leaves down like they're flowers, and then put a couple butterflies in too.
Ooh, that's a fun idea.
And they
I
could
may have to
overlap.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could even go
that's gonna-
3D if you were making a picture
Yeah.
and let
Yes.
some of them come up.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
I'm like, there's a vine, and then you could have smaller and bigger. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot of, that's some fun playtime, Kathy, for sure.
Yes.
If
I
I,
have a
if
ton
I
of-
can find the picture or where I
Yeah,
saw
share it,
it,
Cindy, for sure. Yeah.
Share it
I
when you
will,
get it.
I'll
Yeah.
put it in the, where
In
would
the
I
group.
put it?
In the
The
gallery. Mhm.
The gallery or the community forum room.
Yep.
Yes. Joni's
I'll
in the
put it in
babysitting
there.
grandma
You'll
mode.
see it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Let me
do.
find it.
All right.
Yeah.
We've got
I'll look
Carol.
for it because it's awesome.
Let's see, we have Carol's hand up. Does anybody else have show and tell this evening? Barbara, Vicky, Cindy, Judy? No, Vicky's like, no, it's late for her. Yeah. Yeah, so, she's got, mystery. It's a mystery. We can't see it. Carol, go. What you got?
Okay, all right, hold on. Oops, there we go. Okay. So this book is Dresden's Reimagined, Dresden
Oh.
Plates Reimagined.
Yes, that's what we were talking about.
Candace Kopp Grisham. So I'm going to take a class in November on this one, but just these amazing, like just explosions of Dresdens.
They
And they're just-
overlap each other's, like she's
Yeah.
not
Oh my
afraid to
gosh.
overlap.
Yeah.
would be cool.
So that's so
That's
inspiring
the
to me.
idea of it.
Yep.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's kind of, it was one of her things that I saw.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what was it called again?
It's called Dresden Quilt Blocks Reimagined by Candace Kopp Grisham.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Very cool. So I'm taking that class. I'll let you know how it goes. But I wanted to say for the OPC, I didn't do a ton of stuff, but
That's
I
okay,
did
too.
make myself a little travel
A mat
travel
bag.
bag
Oh my,
Yes.
that's so cute.
for my
The
cutting mat. And then I had other blocks that were left, and I made a little pocket I could put rulers in.
Okay.
So all my
So cute.
leftover blocks.
That's
what I
a
did.
great idea. Yes, for the
And-
leftover blocks.
And it's expandable in case I need longer stuff. So
Oh, get out. Did you use is that an Annie's pattern or what one is that?
that's a Carol pattern.
Oh, Carol.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the expandable idea because sometimes you do have longer things and you're like
Yeah.
blasted bag and it sticks out the top and it's just
Right.
dumb. Yeah.
So I just made it up as I went along, and it doesn't match, but it's all orphan blocks, and
No, it's fabulous.
it's done. La la.
Congratulations on that.
That's so cute.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Does anybody else have show and tell for this evening? Oh,
I
Cindy's
do.
waving. Yeah, Cindy.
Okay. This was something I hadn't planned on doing.
Is anything that we work on ever planned? Usually not.
Well,
Not too far in advance.
Or it's
The
usually
ladies-
like somebody else's choice. Oh, I
The
need to do
ladies-
this for them. Yeah, go.
the
Sorry.
ladies at our church are gonna have I'm trying to see what you see. A basket bingo for Mary's Medical. And we help people who, like, you have to go miles and miles to go to the doctor here, like to
Mhm.
Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. And you might not have the money for gas to get your cancer treatment or something. So we help them with the gas. So we're gonna have a basket bingo, and this is gonna be one of the grand prizes.
Oh,
Maybe
That's
if
fabulous.
I get it quilted.
I love the pattern. It's so pretty.
that's so cool.
That's the labyrinth. That's the one you can even I can make in a week.
It looks super complicated.
It
You know,
does,
from
it does.
from a visual
No.
standpoint, but it's not.
Yeah,
So that's what's
it-
fun is you're out to impress Cindy.
Oh no, I had some beautiful quilts from the years gone by. This is September was my birthday month.
Uh-huh.
Not that that mattered. This is just what I happened to get done.
This is your
This is a disappearing 9 patch.
Oh yeah.
extra large size.
Extra large.
Well, the baby will play on it till it's 3.
Yes.
Nice.
You use is it fat quarter size that you start with?
No, it's layer cakes.
Layer cake.
Oh,
And
look
then-
at the
and
back. How
the,
fabulous.
Mhm. Nice.
And the 9 patch you make, I guess, is huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to have a big table for cutting it.
Quilt that when you quilt that now, Cindy?
Huh?
Are you going to quilt that or is it?
I'm going to let the ladies knot it.
Oh, just to put
Okay.
little fun
Do a
ties.
prayer quilt
Tie
out
it.
of it.
Yeah, tie it.
Mhm. So cute.
Now, this was from OPC.
You've been busy. Oh, that's adorable. It turned out so cute.
Now, I've made 2 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to let you have a laugh since we're ending. You
Okay.
are absolutely going to love this. For all this time, I thought starters and enders was you took the end of the fabric and you did something with it right away. So where'd that piece of fabric go? Oh. So what I did is I would cut the end off, and I had like 2 different lengths that I would use, pretty much 2.5 or 3. And I'd roll it in this ball.
Ooh.
And then when it got really big, I would sit and I'd sew it to, I decide what length I'd want, and I'd sew it together until I had a blanket. And I've made not hundreds, it just feels like it. And that's what I thought the enders were.
Oh.
Now, you guys told me the last time we talked what they really were.
Yours way sounds more productive though.
But
Yes.
I went and I found myself a pattern. And since right now I'm really using 2.5-inch squares, this is going to be really little because they really didn't give me a big picture. It's a 1930s quilt.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Long
And what you're gonna-
cabins?
It's a diamond pretty much.
Okay.
This is what you're going to get.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
you're going to make, I'm going to make 100 of those squares.
Yes.
That's a
Judy's
lot of
shaking her head.
As real starter and enders.
Oh, look at you.
Where'd you find the pattern?
I
need
can
an-
send
I
you a
need an-
copy of it.
I need a new one. I've
You
done
need a new
2.
pattern.
I've done 2 quilts so far.
Because that there is,
Who's this one by, Cindy?
this is by Moda,
Oh,
Oh.
but I gotta think it's old.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
I'm-
it's
I'm
Moda
old.
Bake Shop, 30s barn raising.
Oh, cute.
okay.
Mm. Mm.
And since I'm doing all of these, this is like the center of that one I just showed you.
Mm.
I have all these pieces that are going to go in my 4 containers of scraps.
Oh, you found it, Becky?
I found it. That's my superpower is finding things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the patterns.
So you're just going to
So-
pre-cut it, have it sit next to your machine and zip through 1 stitch
Mhm.
every time for the start and the finish. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. Awesome. I'm excited to see how that turns out. It's cute. It's way cute.
Cool.
So
So-
am I the only person that doesn't know what a starter and ender is?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Well, at one point I didn't know what it was either.
If
So
you
what
look,
is it?
Bonnie Hunter has she does a
Oh.
lot of them. So it's basically taking something that is, because when you start, you always kind of eat the fabric or you kind of get nests underneath and stuff. So the idea is that you sew something and then snip off what you were sewing and then you
Uh-oh.
can and work on it. So you
God
always,
bless you.
so you need something to sew.
You're in slow motion
And she's
here.
like, so she says, well, why not do 2.5-inch squares together? So then you're building something while you're doing those little stitches.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So there's something always under the needle. You never have to snip your thread because you're snipping that little piece that you sewed off because there's something
my
under
gosh.
your needle. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They're kind
Nice.
of like free quilts because usually you're just using your scraps. She does a lot of crumb quilts with them, but if you look up Bonnie Hunter, she has I think a whole
Bonnie.
book on leaders and enders.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
Lucy's got one showing.
So this one, I started by just cutting 4-inch squares and making half square triangles. And then I match up 2 half square triangles and sew those together. Then the next time I sew 2 more together, and then I sew 2 more together, and then I sew these 2 sets together. And then this is just how I decided to put them together into 4 patches. And then I'm going to put sashing. I mean, there's a little bit of work when you get to the end to assemble it all, but you know, it can just be really scrappy.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just starting, I'm just cutting 4-inch blocks and pairing up the fabrics to make
Oh my
half square
gosh.
triangles.
smart.
Okay.
But I have a ton of these. I have a ton of these, so I need a new pattern. I'm tired of making pinwheels.
For me, I'm using all of this and I'm almost done those blankets. And so I'll use up my leftover fabric. I'll use over my leftover pieces.
Yeah.
This is killing like 4 birds for me.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah. Every time I finish cutting another quilt, you know, a different quilts, I just stack up my fabrics, and then I'd have a stack of fabrics. I just go through and make my pieces, cut my pieces, and then I don't have to, you know, manage any scraps. I just
Yeah.
Oh my
cut
gosh.
them up and use it for a leader ender project.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wonderful. But I do have one more question.
Oh, yeah.
I heard somewhere that there is like a ruler or something that you can put on your machine so that you don't have to draw your line on your
Yes.
half square. What is that
It's
called?
Cluck Cluck Sew has a tape. Allison
It
has
was-
a tape.
Some machines have a laser.
Some of them have a laser. Yes.
Mine doesn't.
Mine does. I have the laser on my machine.
Diagonal seam tape, and she has how to use it. And that one actually goes on the plate of your machine, and then
Okay.
you line up your seams to it. And so once it starts rolling off, you can just replace it because it's like a washi tape. It's easy to move. And I know
Okay.
there's
No, I think I've got some.
I don't know what else there is. That's
I've
the
got
one
it-
that
I've got
comes
it
to
in
my
yellow.
head.
I got this one in yellow and I've got it in purple or in
Oh,
orange. And
yes.
it doesn't leave any residue on your machine at all.
Glow line tape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the glow line.
Mhm.
Doesn't leave any residue. It's great on your rulers too. I got myself a quilting foot that folds the binding into bias tape, into 2-fold bias tape. It was a little bit of a challenge to learn to use it, but I have a couple of rulers that I'm cutting the material with to make sure that I've got it cut correctly, and I have it on there. Yeah, but it leaves no residue, and it's flat enough that you don't catch it with your material, so it doesn't seem to roll.
Okay.
You know, like if it's a little bit the thick, like I had problems with like the blue tape, like the stuff for painting tape that I used
yeah.
to use.
Yeah.
That would leave some residue, but also if I slide my material over enough, it started to roll,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, and stuff. But this
Carol's
is
got
flat enough.
Carol's got the Cluck Cluck Sew tape, I think, down on her machine. If you
Yeah.
talk to Carol. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I found that and I put it on that's a little piece of moleskin also. So my double protection.
Your fabric butts up against that.
Yeah.
And then the point of the half square triangle lines up with the red, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard good stuff about that. So
That's
yeah.
handy.
Oh, Kathy's got it too. Yep.
Riley Blake has a, what's this called?
Oh, yes.
It's a seam so easy. And you put, this hole here is to put your, where your foot is on your machine. You
Mhm.
so that the foot's not underneath it, but in that
Right.
space. And you have the 3 lines that come down. The center, of course, is your
Right.
1/4 inch. Well, this is your 1/4 inch mark here.
And then you've
And
got the
the other
point for
side-
the half square triangles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this would be where the point would go in the center.
Yeah.
And that's what I use. But there's others too. There's I think it's called Steady something. And it's a
Oh, the
shape-
Steady Betty. Mhm.
There's also feet that you can buy that have the 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
Has a plate on the side of it
Yep.
that you just butt up to it. And as long as your needle's in line with the red line on the foot,
That'll
the red
work.
line things, or yeah, you can buy a scant 1/8, you can buy the 1/4 inch, you can buy a 1/2 inch, depending on what your machine can run.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll bid you guys goodbye. I got to split.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
evening, Amber.
Guys, later.
Bye-bye.
Does anybody else have any show and tell? Joni does. Last the best of all the game. You're on mute. Grandma knows everything, she says. If she doesn't know, she makes stuff up really fast.
I love that shirt.
Oh gosh.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, look, it's
Oh, I
finished.
like that.
Oh,
That's the one you were working on, the OPC, right?
Yes.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
The colors are pretty.
Yes.
Hold it still.
It's just yellow on the back. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it a placemat? What are you going to
It's
use
a
it for?
placemat. They're just
Yes.
So
Oh,
goes with the table runner. That's a nice set.
People keep asking for placemats.
Mm.
I haven't done any. They're like, it's like this. Do you know anybody that could make us some table or some placemats?
they went with this.
Oh, that's adorable, Joni.
I decided not to do this on the back of the other things.
Oh, really?
It's too much.
Cute.
They wouldn't be done now.
Oh.
Oh, that's adorable. I like that
Good.
idea though. Use them. So you have other things to make with those that you didn't use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. I'm glad you popped in for a quick minute and you're busy with babies. Yes. Does anybody else have anything to share? Judy, I'm glad you're here. Annie.
Becky, could I ask Judy? Judy, there's a quilt on your wall, a small wall hanging and I only get to see part of it. Yeah, it's a cabin or a house.
Oh,
Can I see that?
It's thimbleberries from
Oh.
2004, something like that. Yeah.
Are they still going, thimbleberries? I remember that from the 70s.
Yeah, I don't know that they are.
It's that, I love that. That's
You
really,
can find it in the thrift stores though.
Uh-huh. I could probably find it in my stash if I look. hard.
Probably not. Yes.
Yeah, it was
Thank
thimbleberries
you.
block of the month.
Oh, really? Thank you.
And you got one block and you were like calling it a mini quilt, we'd be done.
Well, actually, I won those and I never finished mine. So there they are.
Oh, I love it. It's even better.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody else have anything to share before we pop off for the evening?
Just
It was a lot. Yes.
Just a quick hey Pat. I think you were my swap partner for the zipper pouch and I hope you liked it.
She's muted.
But I saw her. She said, "Oh yes." I know. Touch
Good.
your face, hit the mic. So these fingers sew, but they don't
There she is.
push buttons. There you go.
Yes. Thank you.
I tried to send you an email, but it bounced back for some reason.
So you're like,
I'm like,
it's just sending it out there.
it went out into the world somewhere and good. I'm glad you got it. And
Thank you. Sorry.
yeah, it's okay. I just
Pat's been busy apparently on a lot of quilts. So yeah, it's
Yep.
good.
good.
Cool. Well, awesome. Anybody else? Any news, updates, shares? We are good. All right. Sounds fantastic. Thanks for joining. And all to new people, thank you. Welcome. If you got anything
Thank
else,
you.
just pop into the forum. We'll help you there. So see you next time.
See you.
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.